Serious. How do you respectfully tell an employer you need to be paid a little more than you're making in order to stay afloat? Without negative consequence? I need a cost of living adjustment to adapt to these trying times. Document your contributions. Document how you save, make the company money. State your case on a factual level to your manager. And hire if your manager isn't in charge of raises. Keep documenting your work. Look for a new job regardless. More often than not, your best chance for more pay is to switch jobs. You can't control the consequences of asking. The most you can do is have a backup plan. If you are fired, you need to be ready with a job search. If you don't already have a job, wondering if you'll accept their offer. If you quit, you need the same situation. So you can ask nicely, saying that you've worked your home budget different ways, but you aren't going to be able to live on the pay you receive, and would need a raise of at least so much in order to make ends meet. If the company can't approve a raise by a given date, then you'll have to look for a job elsewhere. At the end of the day, you can't control how others are going to react to information. Telling your employer that cost of living and inflation have negatively impacted your finances shouldn't upset anyone. If it does, you should find a different employer. I've always made it a point when my manager or supervisor complimented me on good work to ask about a raise. It seems to be a good time to ask. Do I always get it? Nope. But it's worked enough times to be a successful strategy. Whether or not you can survive on your current income is not your employer's problem. This internet stranger empathizes with you but does not pay your salary. You need to look at the job market and find out what comparable positions pay and how much demand your position is in. How much you can ask for depends on your negotiating strength. Consider what the alternatives are if they say no. Once you have this information, pose the question politely. Remember, you're not begging, you're bargaining. My advice would be not to frame it around your needs but to frame it around your value to the company. Find some way to demonstrate why you are more valuable now. I hate to say this, but your company doesn't give a fuck how you survive. However, it's possible, if difficult, to demonstrate to them that your labor is worth more than you're currently being compensated. The hard truth, former manager here, is that your employer does not care why you need more money. They care about what you're doing to justify getting more money. Have your hours gone up? Output. Demand. Covering for somebody who left and they still haven't replaced that person. OR the best one. And I used this a lot. Has your job description changed to the point that HR should reevaluate your role, salary? Those are good reasons to bring up a merit increase. I need more money because I need more money is not going to do much. You shouldn't face negative consequences for asking. The problem is actually getting them to agree to it instead of making up some bullshit about how the company can't afford it during these trying times. The owner of the company I work for would rather remove his dick and balls with a dull butter knife than offer the smallest of raises. Meanwhile, we have so much waste it's disgusting. I've pointed out how he could save money if he hired more qualified people for some positions that are currently vacant. He does not give a fuck. Would rather hemorrhage money than commit to a slightly higher salary on any level. There's no easy way to broach this topic. Depends on several factors, including how long you've been with the company, your level, entry, middle, senior, and in general the market of your particular job, and #X200B. If you've had positive progress reviews in the past, I don't see any harm in asking your direct supervisor to ask for a raise. he will go to his superiors. And assuming you've had positive reviews and your supervisor thinks you're a good asset to the team, a raise is possible. And #X200B. If that doesn't work, another approach is to secure a new job offer that has a higher pay. Assuming you like your current company, provide them with proof of another offer and see if they can match it. This puts the pressure less on you and more of the company. Best of luck. Find a new job first before you ask. If they refuse a pay rise, hand in your notice and they may or may not change their mind. Depending on the company, your direct manager may have her hands tied on this due to salary ranges and qualification bands within them. If you're already maxed out for your role, there's not much you can do nor much your manager can do. If you're lower than the max, just go ask for the increase and provide a written note of your contributions and performance. Always be looking for a different job if you're not paid well. But keep in mind that you are paid for what the company wants you to do. If your skills are marginal, your pay will be as well. If your skills are superior, you'll get superior pay. Provided you're not in a dollar hole at work. Always keep improving your skills and on-job performance, and the money will come as well. Other opportunities. Just tell them straight up you want a raise and list the reasons you think you deserve it. Any employer that will give you shit for asking for a raise is a toxic work environment and not a place you want to work long term. It's a lot like asking a woman out. At the end of the day, the worst thing she can say is no. Like, we get all these negative possibilities in our heads, but in practice most women will just politely say no and not humiliate you or whatever you're nervous about.